Hello, 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 hello. I was, I was, uh, I was doing a bunch of different recording situations. Am I in big mode again? What profile? Am I on default profile, right? Man, I hope so. Everything's in the right area. Saying too much for the password. Yeah. Ah, man. I responded to you. I thought, I said appreciate you coming, and hello, Koofy. Sorry about that. Koofy's on Twitch. So this I changed the schedule a little bit. It's gonna be, I said, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. I want to see if Friday gets a little more traction because people are actually like not working Friday, or might watch more on Friday. We'll see. I might change it to Saturday. Who knows? Just some experimentation. Stellar Blade is still tomorrow on the other channel. Yeah. So yeah, if you, I'll see you. See you then. Thursday's on a break. I mean, yeah, I'm just experimenting for it. I'm just gonna see. I typically what I'm seeing is that like at the end of the streams around 5, so a lot of people come in. So when I leave, there's like 10 people on watching stream. So yeah, yeah. Sometimes I have that stream. Well, by the way, oh yeah, I said Radical Red Rider is actually almost, the first part is almost done. Um, so actually, can I show it? Let me see. I was looking on the website a little bit. Yeah, so I'm thinking of like a change to the website because the website's very, just whatever right now. Um, One second, Kufi. The first one was a gift cleaner for Buddhists and slowly learned the teachings of Buddha and has reached higher tier meditation. I really like cyberpunk with like religion and stuff. I had an idea for it. Like there'd be a church where they just change out the god of the day. Like one day it's Buddha, the next day is Jesus. Like whatever you want. I really felt like that was a thing. Here. This is like an idea for the landing page. Um, or the only page. So these are like concepts. So like you would land and you'll be like here, and your top left would be that like logo, and then there'd be you know, this would be the new game. So Radical Red Rider would be, you would go there and you click it, and then for Ace in the Moonlight, it's a Steam link, so it has this down here. The socials on the left, the YouTube channel, and then like a store and an email list. So that's what I wanted to do for the website. It's gonna be very, very hard. So we'll see how that goes. The second one was a street pleasure droid. They learned all the worst of human activity. I had a concept for like a gynoid sort of thing. And I can't show it. But maybe if I alter it a bit, I might post it somewhere. I really like the concept. I thought it was a really good design I made a while ago. Um, there's actually a lot of concepts that I don't end up showing. The ads are back? I thought I turned them on to manual. I literally, like, they have a button where I insert the ad. Delay ads? Oh, I can delay ads for 10 minutes. There you go. Look at that. Getting used to the controls here. The third one was mock child that used to test nurses and anyone who worked with children under 10. Oh, like a real child. Okay. Fourth one was war soldier that made to scout and be a blending spy. I like this dystopian one where like it's a fake child or like a mock child. No, it's a real child, but that could be like gruesome. Where is it? I did make it somewhere. Did I ever show? Probably just remove monetization on this stuff for the time being. I don't think I have enough people, and all it does is remove like it just removes people leave basically. Oh no, this is 4 tilt. Oh my god, not but down tilt. Okay, this was 4 tilt. Um, the fifth one is just a dumb companion and is the equivalent of Hawaii slacker IQ. What? A black market tech prodigy. Are the ads over, Gogeta? That's over. Okay, good. Um, oh, there it is. I can't shut them. Damn it. Ah, lame. I like those ideas. Not sure how to affect it. Twitch just does whatever. Hey, Scrappy. Twitch gives you like 10 ads at the beginning. Cyberpunk Buddhist, for some reason, is very, very fun idea. I'm gonna write that down. It's a very normal idea, but I like the mock child is also a good idea. Yeah, we are, and despite the thumbnail, we are not drawing that character. The personification, I will live because I hate you and I want to see you fail type of insect monster. this very spiteful insect monster. Oh yeah, Harada is working for SNK now, and the programmer on Mario, um, Takeshi, what's his name? Oh my god, he retired, or he's retiring. He's announced his retirement. That's huge. Like, I guess he's not as well known as Miyamoto, but like he was like really important. Tezuka, yeah, he was a programmer for like the Mario series since the beginning. Yeah, she should lean into it, I think. Hey, Papa Jim, how you doing? Been a long time and hasn't been programmed for a while. Imagine if even if he probably had a lot of importance to guide devs. I mean, he's one of the board directors. Doing well, good, Papa Jim. Yeah, I'm working on or animating a character's forward tilt, something like this. Oh yeah, and also a lot of just retiring devs end up taking roles as professor doing talks. Yeah, I met another one. Oh my god, Tanabe, he left. Earthbreaker, a type of robot that needs a human pilot that can move an entire island. Because why not? Move an entire island. I have to probably yeah, no problem. Yeah, we're doing a Friday one. We're gonna experiment a little bit. I think I write it down in the thumbnails and schedules, but people are too busy looking at Charlie. So yeah, Papa Chan paid attention. See, he understands. A genetically perfected rendition of ancient human, but they're stupid. So we need to tear down an entire megaplex wall. I want to make some more mechs. I'm gonna show you some. Nope. You're probably not on stream. These are a little dangerous. If I accidentally click it, it's over. Your manga, but I don't read schedules. Reading is for nerds. She crouches down and she is way too short right now. She should be way higher. Yes, this one should be down. No, this one should be up. And that one should be down. This is a keyframe, so I have to add something to the beginning of this. Speaking of reading, I decided that I hate money even more. What you get? What manga did you get now? The clone of the coolest president that loves calling children slurs while gaming. Huh, is that like the AI Trump? AI Trump, Biden, and Obama playing Call of Duty? I remember that. Oh my god, it's how regular comic book or like American comic American comic books. Yeah, they are a lot more expensive, aren't they? A bone warrior, warrior covered in human animal bones as armor for past foes they have killed. That's fun. Not sure where I should start. Which comic book, which character, I guess. Because there's like a million number ones. They kind of keep rebooting it, so people quote unquote know where to start. But yeah. Watchmen was a really good comic. I don't know if you ever read that. That's excellent. It's a really old comic, but I think of either getting some older mainline classics because they are kind of cheap and being re-released. Right now, I'll go with the absolute stuff and most likely Batman. But I've been looking for a few others. I mean, yeah, I think the absolute series is very well received. The New 52, I think, was well received, but I don't know, it's been like mixed. Maybe it was just the era where everyone was complaining about comics because the MCU was like really big. As you watch, actually is released in a thing called DC Compact, which is new release of small front, but much cheaper. I'm they're like the Watchmen, reboots that are like they made like issues with them, like regular comics with them modern. The original Watchmen, the comic from the '80s, very very good. Actually, funny enough, the only two comics I bought recently was Watchmen and V for Vendetta. Yes, I bought those two. I got V for Vendetta as well. Love V for Vendetta. Love the comic. Very well written. I think that was like the first time like I read like Alan Moore stuff, and it's a cut above. You can actually see how it's much much better. Why it's so different to a lot of other comics. A giant bridge. Giant bridge of what? Goofy. People. Oh, DC Compact is basically greatest hits thing. Okay, I see. You mean the 80 comic? Hey, nerdy commenter. Welcome. We are doing some animation. I am drawing this character's forward tilt. I'm gonna lean into it. Because I wanted to like be like counterbalance, not really, but like counterbalance with the sword. So the sword's back here and she's leaning forward, and then once the sword is in front of her, she's leaning backwards. You done with her design or still being concepted? For the most part, it's done. I really like this color scheme on the right. There's some minor changes to the design. There's still some issues with the details, but the general like color scheme and value structure, which is what's important, is yeah, it's done. So like her silhouette isn't changing much. Her I guess maybe with the cape. Her colors aren't changing that much. There's like palette swaps now. But yeah, it's mostly color scheme stuff. So this is when I want to start putting that actually in the game. Because otherwise this will never end. This will never get started really. It's a little more steampunky than I like on the right, but you know that's color scheme. Uh, like Batman Hush, Deceased, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Harley Quinn, and Goth City Sirens, Wonder Woman, Earth One. Okay, yeah, Hush was really good. Hush was also really the thing that like I watched. I had a lot of comics. There was a phase where I had a lot of comics. Hush was a good one that started me on that, and I also had Long Halloween, which I can't find. I loved Long Halloween. I love Batman Long Halloween. But a pillar of flesh and faces that slowly approaches until they can start feeding on your organic liquids. Huh. That might be interesting. I'll put that on there. Thank you, Kofi. Yes, it's on conflicted as I want to read Long Halloween and Hush, but absolute effort is made. Just yeah, Long Halloween isn't like connected to anything as far as I know, so you can just read that as a one-off. Um, excuse me. Hush, I think was part of something, but you can read it as a standalone. Absolute, I think, is like ongoing. So it's kind of like you're gonna have to wait for the next issue. Thank you. Hey, Dream Bunny, Sophie, and thank you. Trying to get this all done here. Yeah. She'll start twisting here. A little too low. Still a little too low. This should be like locked in right here. Her foot isn't gonna be moving from here. Her hips are gonna be lower, so that's the hips. This is the hips now. Okay. Metal liquid like Terminator 2. Goofy. I'm not gonna collect issues that would be annoying, and I'm gonna do the paperbacks. And 2 volumes of Batman Absolute already out. Oh, it's only 2 volumes. Man, I hear so much about like Absolute Batman. I figured there's like 10 or something. Oh, it's like volumes, not issues. Volume, yeah, volume issues, yeah. I still don't like how he looks. I know like people have come around to like the Kratos Batman, like brick shithouse Batman, but I still don't like it. Absolute Superman looks pretty interesting. The concept of his cape being like ashes, red ashes, is pretty cool. I do fear when they do Absolute Epstein. What the hell? Because there's like there's the Absolute Flash. There's also like a surrealist sort of like Absolute Martian Manhunter. They're like doing the whole Justice League, Absolute Justice League. So ball armor. Absolute Green Arrow stories is, as I kid you not, is him trying to break into a private island that a rich billionaire takes kids to. Classic comic book stuff. I love that. It's like the Hulkbuster, which is an Iron Man suit with a little Iron Man inside. The classic comic book stuff. That was designed to absolute Wonder Woman and Superman, but they took a little idea of Batman being broke a little further. I did like the idea of like, okay, yeah, sure, Batman's like broke, but he's still a genius and stuff, and he makes all this. It was an interesting idea. Wait, let's use red of absolute Einstein ankles at once. Absolute Epstein is like a. Imagine if they made a comic book just about him. Absolute stuff. I'm not comic books, so I'll wait till it's over and hope they don't mess it up. Yeah, I will see when they start like coming together. Because it is weird, like, because It's always weird, like when Superman shows up in Gotham and he can just kind of just kind of smack these people around, but he never does. And now it's not like Bruce Wayne isn't some kind of billionaire. He's not doesn't have any power or anything. So like, what's he gonna say to Superman? It's gonna be an interesting like sort of dynamic if they decide to do something of it with it. Yeah, so Batman has fought mainline Batman in the comics. They already did like a multiversal crossover thing. I kind of hope that their like character relationships aren't the same because I think like was it Absolute Batman meets Absolute Wonder Woman. And so I think do they? They got to meet at some point, right? Or was it Superman? I mean, it's got to be Superman because that's like that's classic. It's classic, Superman meets Batman and world's finest, etc., etc. If they sold Absolute Epstein as a comic, shock value would make me have to buy it. That is also a thing comics do. Like, it's a very like do a lot of shock value stuff. Also, the Absolute Catwoman who has like a ball on her head. Absolute Wonder Woman has met Batman. Okay, so Absolute Wonder Woman is uh let me see. I want to see Absolute Martha meet Martha. Let me see. Let me look up Absolute Wonder Woman. Everyone in the Absolute universe is like super yoked. Can you get like a picture of her? Just a regular old picture of her standing there. They're all in like some here concept. Eh, it looks fine. I prefer the red, white, and blue. This is like the what's it called? That X-Men stuff where they're all wearing black and gray, like in the comics. It's like black, silver, and red. They do this in the comics as well. I was like, oh, it was okay. Absolute Catwoman. Yeah, she had like a little Mysterio hat. But you couldn't find a photo of her just standing. It was the first photo for me. Oh, I saw like a concept photo of her standing there. Absolute Wonder Woman's design. Wish she looked that amazing in the main line, especially with a gut style anime. 2011 Honda Civic Batman doesn't have budget for Batmobile. That's right. He's just regular now. Though honestly, the that was the worst part of the. I don't think a lot of people liked it, but the worst part of the new Batman movie, which was amazing. You know the Matt Reeves, Chris, what's his name, Robert Pattinson one. It was a great movie. I did love the movie visually, especially. But that Batmobile sucked. Like I know a lot of people liked it, but I just God, that's a car, man. That's just a car. Like my car is cooler. My Mustang is cooler than that thing. Come on. The Robert Pattinson movie. Well, it was very good. Like I don't want to like. I'll say the worst part. The only really bad part of it was that Batmobile. It kind of sucks that like Batman is like this selfish loser kind of um in the movie. He's kind of like this socially awkward sort of very selfish kind of guy. Um, but that's kind of the point, I guess, right? It's the beginning. But like that's it worked for the movie, but that Batmobile did not work for the movie. So to believe it, the music suggests that a lot of Absolute Suit put characters in the same tray as Frieza for Formula. Yeah, I don't know why Bruce Wayne is so big in the Absolute universe, but you know, I loved how the focus was on solving aspect rather than action. Yeah, he was also very much outpaced in the solving aspect. But I guess again, it's starting because I also read Batman Year One, which was very good. Never even noticed the Batmobile, like no, the car, right? The car in the Robert Pattinson movie. First of all, you could barely see it. Like 90% of the pixels on the screen were turned off. But yeah, it was there. Batman Begins. Bane did 2 push-ups and got Bane gold. Yeah, Bane is humongous. Like he's a monster. Even yeah, Joker is too. Yeah, everyone, every single person. Who this huge bat guy is exactly. Literally worse than Clark Kent's glasses. Like there's only one. Like there's like one person in Gotham who's like 10 feet tall and 5 feet wide. Who could Batman be? The only beefy Joker I've seen, yeah, Arkham Asylum. Yeah, that was the first one I thought of. Joker, the Batman cartoon. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's mildly muscular. He's more of a fighter in that one. The best part of Batman was the fact that he was better at combat than detective stuff in the movie, which would make sense since he trained so much in combat, but he isn't used to Arkham Sandy. Yeah, I like in the Arkham series, he isn't like he has to be stealthy because he can just be shot. In the Arkham Asylum stuff, I like that they kept that, or like they had that, because usually that's not the case. Usually he's just so good at combat he can like dodge bullets. I mean to say Gotham's insanity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Basically Arkham's insanity. Oh god, remember Arkham Asylum, a serious house on a serious Earth? I think incredible art. Story was okay. I kind of had that. There's also a comic book thing where everything has to be like destined or fated to happen through like bloodlines and stuff, and I was like, I didn't really like that as much. That's a very common thing in comics, but or in stories, I guess. I think it's kind of like I don't know, was Batman's mom always like in Arkham? Because her like her like that's where her family what her family is. I don't know if that was always the case or that was like something they just put in there. Like his father was a Wayne and his mother was an Arkham, so it's Martha Arkham or whatever. And so he's like connected in that way. I'll see you in a bit. Let's go, Gita. Well, I will enjoy talking about comics. Ads are back again? Can I turn monetization off? Let me check. Stream settings. Why is it back on? Off. There we go. Normal monetization. I have too few people. I think Joker, the absolute Joker, is like a demon, right? He's not. It's not just that he's like jacked. He's a demon. Radical redesign. She's kind of like a. She's kind of has a ball helmet. Serious House and Serious Earth was good, but had worse lore implications. Yeah, I mean, yeah, kinda. I guess we Eldritch, but yeah. The story was okay in the Serious House on Serious Earth. I know I like the gothic when they lean into gothic horror with Batman. I like that quite a bit. It's just rare. Um, but I like it. I like that about it. Absolute Joker. Yeah, he has to be. I don't know, like the Absolute series is in a way that like more interesting than ever. It's weird that they kind of caught on to it somehow. What are the absolute Superman heroes? They're not as like popular, I guess. Or Superman villains. Why do you think Marvel is counting? It's gonna just straight up rip off DC Absolute. Is Marvel doing something? Announcing. Oh, I mean, if they are gonna rip off the DC stuff, that would be pretty par for the course. They just kind of rip each other off, right? DC Marvel. But that'd be kind of sad because they're like Marvel for the last decade or two has been like dominating DC, absolutely dominating DC. But it's kind of fallen off a bit, even though the recent movies have been pretty good. New series and call it midnight. Marvel new Marvel Comics new series. I don't think I'm gonna do like a that big. Oh, the Midnight Universe. Okay, so they did do it already. Marvel and DC dripping up. Yeah, watch how they won't release a single Midnight Suns comic in the series called Midnight. That's right. I remember they had a game called Midnight something. Okay, let's get back to actually. I gotta like build in the VFX as well, much more in these. Uh, the X-Men no longer fight for acceptance; they hunger for blood. The Fantastic Four venture into the unknown, not to save the world, but to unleash terror upon it. Oh, so they are redesigning everything. Absolute Spider-Man is gonna be as big as Hulk, but wings around buildings somehow. So they're just making the heroes villains. Did they do this in Ultimate by making everyone an asshole? Oh yeah, they did do the Ultimate Universe. I think that's where a lot of the MCU stuff comes from. Actually, something good. A Spider-Man comic isn't being written by Spider-Man writer. It might be good. Oh wow. See, I don't follow this stuff. Let me see. Midnight. Though I mean, it's not it's an unenviable position. Like these characters have been around for 60 years or some shit. Like what new take are you gonna have on them? That's gonna be hard. Ultimates. I don't know if Ultimate failed. I remember it being like well liked. I think the MCU is the MCU Thor is like Ultimate Thor, right? Uh, Spider-Man writers have gotten so bad that when MJ's partner died, people. Oh, that's right. She had a new boyfriend, and something happened with his kids. Ultimate didn't fail. They actually ended it. Yeah, second Marvel Ultimate because they made two. Ah, yeah, new refresh for everybody. His kids died in front of him. And he so hated people celebrated. Right? Yeah. So now we're gonna actually have her move down here. Have it cross over to the center, and then like. Maybe like just coming upwards a little bit. Why do you think the phrase "No one hates Spider-Man more than Spider-Man writers"? Yeah, I do remember that phrase. I'm pretty sure even Green Goblin and Doc Ock tell. Yeah, because they can't think of like a story. I think the Spider Verse was like a big deal because it actually moved Peter Parker's story forward. Happy with wife and kids, yeah, and then that was the beginning of the story, and then and then it all just got taken away. He wasn't relatable enough, so they retconned it right. I think someone at Marvel needs to read Invincible to know that suffering isn't the only thing a character needs. Yeah, I thought Invincible was funny because he kept getting his ass beat, and I thought that was a joke. But it takes it takes a second before he like actually gets somewhere. I didn't actually know Invincible ended. I thought it like don't no spoilers, but I didn't know it actually ends as like a series. That went on forever. Yeah, and yeah, I did, but no spoilers though. Hmm. I guess that is pretty. This is pretty dynamic. Does this look? Yeah, you can see her face, so I want you to see her face, even if it breaks the body a lot. And it doesn't actually have the stance. Start concepting in the VFX, so it actually looks good. Let's look at Johnny's missed fight, because a lot of this is based on that. Hey, Jens. Yeah, proceeds to be very invincible. Exactly. That's exactly. I thought it was a joke. Robert Kirkman doesn't make never-ending stories like Marvel DC. He made Walking Dead. I don't know Robert Kirkman made Walking Dead. Dude, his art style changed. I had no idea. Oh, I guess someone else drew Invincible. I think he just wrote it. He's a writer, you know. Yeah, yeah. How you doing, Jens? And this translated? Oh, so you wrote "Heyo" and it translated it to "Hey there." It's because he said in Volume One, "I want to make zombie movies that never ends." It's interesting, isn't it? It's because he just uploaded a song, and I'm gonna going on break after working 30 days straight. Oh wow, that's good. Crunch. Okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm actually getting stuff done. I fixed most of the problems with Radical Red Rider. I am trying to set up for the initial launch. I also have working on the website, some ideas for the website. So the new game will be like up here. We're trying to like go for something more wacky, I guess, because the older design was much more standard. Um, this fits my brand more. So there's like you click on this for Akka Red Rider, you click here for Ace on the Moonlight to Steam link, Steam page, and then this is the YouTube channel stuff, socials, and like a store. You can buy the stuff, that sort of thing. So concepting that, and at some point I'll figure it out. Thanks, Jens. So does this mean Charlie March very soon? So I know I've said that 1,000 times, but I do have like a million things to do every day. 1 second. All right. So so this is one of the things I'm going to be selling. It's 8.5 by 11, and then uh, here's Charlie. A Charlie print I'm selling right here. Once I get this all done, what's annoying? You know what's really fucking annoying is the back of this has HP printer paper. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like stamped HB printer paper, HP paper, like all the way on the back. It annoys the hell out of me, but I do have it. That's some challenge. Hope you get. Thanks, Papa Jam. Yeah, I'm getting it there. Now we got. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna. Oh, this is a little too much. It should be like this, right? It should even be like even more like 3D. So like right here. Oh, so many things to do. Okay. Anyway, what was I doing here? Okay, you know what? Fine. We'll just like switch to this. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna look up. It's 2D game, so I'm gonna look up what's it called? XX Johnny. See what their VFX looked like back in the day. Come on. Let's see. I think the VFX stuff got a little better in the XR series, but that changes. That has a lot more like style. Like I don't know what the word is. The VFX changed a lot throughout like all of gaming. If you look at the Smash series, especially, they like kept adding to the VFX, the hit VFX and stuff, and completely changing it over time. Styles changed so much. They're a lot more of its time. Yeah, a lot of transparency back in the day. Now it's very opaque. Slow that down. I don't know if you've ever seen a Brawl. Brawl in general was like very realistic, or like they try to be realistic randomly. So even the VFX has a lot more like subtlety in it and transparencies and stuff, whereas nowadays it's very solid and anime like. Yeah, the realistic style was interesting, like, especially it's just like a complete random thing in the middle of the Smash series where it's like very realistic. Like Mario is wearing actual denim. Yeah, like Twilight Princess. I remember the original trailer for Brawl, and it had like when everyone was changing, and Link just became a different person completely. I was seeing the creativity of stylized, right? I liked. I'm gonna be biased. I think Fox has basically been like really, really similar designed, basically throughout his entire existence, except for now with the Star Fox reboot. But I think my favorite one is Brawl or Smash 4, like visual design. Smash 4 was a little humanoid, a little too humanoid, but I like the detail. Brawl just has like the perfect sort of balance of like, he has some realistic fur, but it's still very stylized. Nice, the proportions are cartoony, that sort of thing. It fits his like compact sort of shape. Hmm. Okay. 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 He's gonna hold this pose. Have her like dismount first. She holds a pose and then she like breaks the pose. Okay. Oh, we have like an hour left. Okay, I'm just gonna I'm gonna take a 20-minute break. I will be back soon, and we'll finish the stream at 4. Oi, oi, oi. So I was concentrating. 3:20. 3:23. I'll be back in a little bit. Oh. Why do you just do this to me? Okay. I'm not messing with you anymore. Okay. See you in a bit. Sorry. Uh, okay. Let me studio mode. Transition. Studio mode. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Okay. 30 minutes left. Might go until like 4:10 because I missed it. I should probably time. Hey, nerdy commentator, thank you. Thanks. I should be higher. About to be hopefully done with this. The hips are in the same place, so I should be higher up. All right, they're doing that new, really annoying thing with the ads. They're actually just whatever. Either way, I demonetize this, so there should be no more ads. Hey, Puppet Jam. Yeah, I was a little late, so we're gonna go up until 4:10 since I was late coming back. Okay. How you guys doing? Way too big. Ugh. Yeah, she like grew a lot over the course of this. Let me get this gone so I can actually see what's going on here. Okay, she's way too big here. It's just causing problems. She should be about that big. Yeah, there we go. That's the size we're looking for. Which means that this is also too big. Which means this, like, she grew way too big here. That's the problem. Generally, I would take this part over here. One second, and I have to delete all of this. That is not the sword. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna make this a little closer so I can like draw. We're doing the return to idle now.